Hello, I'm Mr. BNSF Train. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 3 Thompson Friends Minis trucks. I got these on clearance at Walmart for 60 cents a piece, when their original price was only like $2.88, which is pretty absurd, especially compared to when they were in blind bags. They were like $1.50. And what's another problem about these is that you can't, there's no individual code for each engine. So you just gotta have to hope you don't get a duplicate. It's tagged with Thomas on it and the license info, barcode, recycling info. Yeah. So if you really like minis, or if you even still like minis, you should probably get some of these. Walmart is clearancing a lot of their toys in August in 2021, so these are down to 60 cents. And I didn't know, you wouldn't really tell they were discounted until you were to scan them, either at the price scanner or at the checkout. And on a side note, I think the reason why they put these in these trucks came clear to me only until when I started working at Walmart, when I saw other series brands have mini toys that come in low vehicle-shaped boxes like this. Minis tend to be the odd one out when it comes to Trackmaster Track, because they don't fit on them like the Trackmaster motorized engines and the push-alongs do. So when they redid the Thompson Friends merchandise in 2020, they put them in these little trucks, so now, hey, you can run the minis with everything else. And with Trackmaster, you can't really connect minis to them, unless you were to hook them backwards. But the Adventures have twistable coupling, so you can go like this, connect them like that, and connect them, kind of have a train like that. But with push-along, you now can connect to a motorized engine on the same track, but you can't connect to the minis, really. Yeah, what also bums me about this is that there are no 3-packs, which is anymore, or track sets, like how I got Duck with Trash Flynn and Rainbow Bell. And I would've, if I knew they were going to change up the packaging, I would've gotten more blind bags, especially like Sydney here. And on a side note, I did swap Duck and Sydney's wheels after I got them. Enough of my thoughts about how the minis blends in with the other Thompson Friends toys that are offered these days. It's time to just cut them open. It's held by a band of tape running around, so let's start with the purple truck. Well, and there's also the teal truck, the blue truck, and there's also a yellow truck I didn't get. In this first truck, we get a Recycling Sydney? Doesn't tell you the name on the bottom. And now before we go on to the next truck, I'll show you the collector sheet. There's 24 to collect. Hold it open. Anniversary Diamond Thomas, Birthday Cake Percy, Birthday Cake Nia, Birthday Cake Gordon, Veggies, Trash, Ocean, Food, Spooky, Engine Repaint, Galaxy, Animals, Rally Racing. Yeah. On the back you got some of the Trackmaster offerings. Diesel's Tunnel Blast, this Track Pack Bucket, the Cassia Crane set, this Percy 6-in-1 set, and Thomas, Rebecca, Mia, and Percy.
This Series 2 is a 2020 release. Truck Series number 2 and 3 were sold as Blind Bag Series 22 in other countries. I never saw any Series 3 trucks near where I live, but I have seen some Series 4 trucks at Target, which were not discounted.
Okay, now on to the next truck. Let's go with the dark blue one. We get a Steven. Apparently this is Ocean Steven. You got some sea monsters on his boiler, which is a clear purple plastic, and his tender is made to look like a sunken treasure chest.
And Steven's smoke box is supposed to be a diving helmet. This is one of the more creative Minis designs in my opinion. Kinda similar to how they did the Christmas versions of Diesel and the limited line Bill and Ben. And also, Steven's face seems a bit crooked on my version. In fact, the whole body seems to be crooked.
And now on to the third and final mini truck of the day. Oh yes, LBSC Thomas. Probably the best one I got today. See the other side? You see him being repainted into number 1. It's the first LBSC Thomas I have, so it's pretty awesome.
I'm not a big fan of this side having the blue streaks of paint on it, but at least it's not noticeable anywhere else on the model.
And here's one shot of all 3 minis I got in the trucks they came in. Now I'm gonna run them behind a Trackmaster engine, which is Bertram, which I don't think I've ever shown running on this channel. And I thought these trucks look pretty in scale with narrow gauge engines. And one cool trick about minis is that they have this little groove on the bottom for some of the tracks that make them run on rails. You can clip them to like edges of plastic containers that are thin enough, or even put them at the top of the door frames. But probably your best bet is try to take some plastic rails that are thin as this and stick minis on them and make some cool wall art. You remember that one red truck that I showed in the video with Diamond Anniversary Thomas? I repainted it brown so it doesn't look so eye-catching and out of place. I also made these little tape rolls and painted them up to be rusty old pipes sections. Now to set the mini trucks around the layout. Derail around that tight corner. Let's try sending them around again. I shortened the layout. see? It derailed again. Probably too light. Now I'm gonna try a more substantial proper Trackmaster 2 wagon on the back. See how that handles. Died again. Okay, now I reduced the layout to just an oval, so no S-bends. Let's try that. Did one lap around. So probably one thing to note about these, running a bunch of these wagons, is to not run them around S-bends. Okay, now I added this small passing siding. Let's see if my S-bend myth still holds up with just a smaller S-bend. I tossed the cargo on the first truck. I moved the brown truck to the rear of the train and took off the stone car. Let's see how it tries this time. One thing to note about the mini trucks and the mini truck that I repainted is that this one, which I believe came from a push-along set, does not have this bottom plate the mini trucks do, so probably helps it roll along better. But still, these very thin plastic axles and wheels, but Trackmaster 2 has thicker ones, but the older Tomy Trackmaster has metal axles with plastic wheels. And that does it for this video. Unless I decide to get more mini trucks, then I'll staple them, me opening them at the end of this video. But if not, thank you guys for watching.